Narcissists are famous for exploding in a rage for the slightest reason, and when you're confronted with one of their outbursts, it can be very frightening. It's a relatively frequent occurrence and of considerable concern for anyone around the narcissist. It can seem like there's nothing you can do when this happens, but there are some very effective strategies you can use to defuse narcissistic rage. So, let's get started. Number 1. Enforce boundaries. Setting and enforcing boundaries is always important when dealing with a narcissist, but it's particularly vital when they're in a rageful state to ensure you enforce them. You want to disengage entirely from trying to argue with the narcissist and then create as much physical distance between you and them as possible. Tell the narcissist that this is a violation of your boundaries and that you're willing to talk with them once they have calmed down. Let them know that both of you are not able to have a positive discussion when they're in that state. You want to do this consistently every time they get in a rage, because if you do not, the narcissist will perceive that as weakness on your part. That will be enough for them to continue their abuse in the future. Number 2, always stay calm. Be sure that you stay calm, because if you do not, it will only fuel their rage. Narcissists enjoy seeing that they are getting to you, and if you let them know that their rage is bothering you, they will just keep going. You can try meditating or using some breathing techniques to help yourself stay calm. It's also helpful to try to emotionally detach yourself as much as possible from the drama created by the narcissist's outburst. Other techniques include counting down from 10 and focusing on your happy place. Do whatever you have to do to stay calm, since that is going to help contain the rage. Number 3, avoid overreacting. It's easy to become overly angry yourself when a narcissist is directing their rage at you. They will often say the most absurd or irritating things that can make your blood boil. If you react with the same intensity, however, it will only make the situation worse. First, the narcissist will feel triggered anew, and second, they will see that they are getting to you. When they can get that kind of reaction out of you, they feel powerful. When they see how angry you're getting, this is also when they will ramp up their attempts to manipulate and control you. They are adept at this kind of manipulation, so don't give them the ammunition they need. Number 4, try a little empathy. If you can empathize with the narcissist, it can both calm them down and model good behavior for them too. If you do it consistently, they might even be able to reduce their narcissistic tendencies a little. When you can agree with the narcissist without compromising your own principles, you validate them, and that makes them calmer. It might help to avoid sharing your own point of view until a time that they and you are more calm. It's also key to avoid a condescending tone of voice or raising your voice. Those can easily trigger the narcissist all over again. You don't want to challenge them in any way if you're hoping to reduce their rage. Number 5, it's them, not you. It's helpful to remember that what is happening is not your fault. It's not really about you at all. The narcissist is feeling vulnerable, and that's something they can't tolerate. Vulnerability triggers the narcissist's deep-seated shame and their fear of being exposed. The more you can reassure them, the calmer they will be. If you can let them know that you appreciate their point of view and that both of you will need to work at better communication, that can help to calm them down. Once they realize you're not placing the blame on them, they can settle down. But you shouldn't blame yourself either. Their personality disorder has absolutely nothing to do with you. You didn't cause it, you're not making it worse, and there's really nothing you can do to make it better. You could stop everything else in your life and focus solely on their needs, And it still wouldn't be enough to prevent their pain and occasional rageful outbursts. Number 6, be bold but not aggressive. Narcissists pay careful attention to your actions, and more so than your words. In fact, they tend to pay little mind to your words, but they do watch very carefully what you do. That's why following through on enforcing your boundaries is so important, but it's also important to be assertive when interacting with them. Be calm, but honest and firm in how you express your viewpoint. If a narcissist sees weakness in you, they will exploit that. If you stay firm, focused, and bold in your actions, you can successfully temper their rage and put an end to the abuse. This doesn't mean being aggressive, just resolute. Remind yourself that you have a right to be treated respectfully, and you can always leave the situation if the narcissist refuses to calm down. Number 7, take a break. Taking a break is always an option when dealing with an enraged narcissist. In fact, sometimes it's the best option. The narcissist won't be able to hear your words or appreciate your side of the discussion, particularly when they're enraged. Walking away lets the narcissist know you're resolute in enforcing your boundaries, but it also lets them know that you can only be pushed so far. They will recognize that, and often they will adjust their behavior as a result. In fact, by simply walking away, you can let the narcissist know that there is a limit, and once they realize that, you can effectively begin to essentially train them to treat you better. This can lead to improvements in the narcissist's worst tendencies. And number 8, get support. Finally, it's helpful for you to get support either from loving family members or friends, or even from a professional. It's easy to become codependent when dealing with a narcissist, particularly if you've had some trauma in your own childhood. Many people who deal with narcissists on a regular basis would just like to keep the peace, and they will often give in just so they don't have to endure another fight. That's called enabling, and once you go down that road, you're on the way to becoming codependent. It's vital to take care of your own psychological needs, and so seeking support from trusted friends or family, or an objective professional, is important. There are people who care about you and what you're going through, and you deserve to have someone who is on your side. Finally, narcissists use narcissistic rage like they use other tools of manipulation. They want to control your behavior, and disproportionate rageful responses is one way they can do that. If you let them manipulate you, the abuse will never stop. It's vital that you institute the proper strategies to let the narcissist know their manipulation won't work with you. You know that narcissists can be rageful, but it's important to understand the full range of their emotional responses. You'll want to watch the next video to learn more about whether they like to be close to the people they love. It has some important insights into their emotional intelligence. Thanks for watching.